You know, Chase, you mentioned Dorian's pressure, and he absolutely has a pressure-oriented game, but it's not pressure the way most people think of pressure. It's that dynamic, nonstop side-to-side movement, as we're already seeing in the opening wrestling exchange.
But Corbe firing right back here, chasing a leg.
Very crafty.
Yeah, we knew we would see a high-paced match here, Corey, and they've delivered in the first 30 seconds.
Great little inside ankle pick there. And really the question of this match for me is, can Gavin keep up the pace with Dorian, or will he choose to slow him down? Either of those strategies may be effective, but if Dorian's able to Energizer Bunny his way around the mat for the next 7 minutes, it's going to be a hard day for Gavin. A great balance demonstrated here by Corbe, though.
Yeah, a lot of dexterity to avoid being taken down thus far, and slips out that single leg. You don't see that too often against Dorian Olivarez.
Just how persistent Dorian is on the shot. He's not even losing one attack on the legs before he goes back to the next. Just chain wrestling at its finest here.
Wow,
great
speed.
duck under and is able to spin down.
That duck under, but right back up on it is Gavin Corbe, right? Look at that quick reversal.
Once again, the counter wrestling off the back from Gavin Corbe paying dividends and keeping Dorian from snowballing his lead. One thing to note about Dorian's run so far in this trials, the first time he won trials a couple years back, he had 1 submission in a 7-match run. He's put up 4 submissions this weekend, so not only is he among the best in the world, he is improving. I would think it's fair to say he was mostly a wrestler in 2023. Now he's a full-on jiu-jitsu black belt, a true expert, and with a really unique and submission-oriented style.
Yeah, well said. And look at that arm drag to double. Classic sequence there. Gets this match onto the mats, and we see the chance now for Gavin Corbe's guard to go into action. Look at his arm drag of his own from bottom to get back to his feet. That was slick.
This is what makes Gavin such a rare pest for DeAndre, is that Gavin likes to play off those scrambles, and he does unorthodox things. He capitalizes at weird opportunities and is able to wrestle back up, look for attacks when he should, or when most people might kind of accept a bad position. Gavin on front headlock now, lets it go. Now, with 30 seconds left in the match, do we see Gavin give up tactfully a takedown?
That's a great question. He definitely seems to be happy to enter these wrestling exchanges with hopes of maybe catching something along the way. But that may pivot here in the next 10 seconds. He's showing a lot of his back right now. It's a pretty interesting approach. And we see him now on the ground, Corey. I think that was a well-spotted tactic on your part. No surprise, really, but not exactly an easy position against someone like Dorian. Dorian loves to try and pass someone's guard, so now he's going to get after it.
No, I think still just a well-designed strategy to not have to deal with this passing for 8 minutes. You know, if you're going to have to hold Dorian off, 4 minutes is a lot better than 8. Got a leg entry here.
A little
He does
shallow.
not have the knee line.
And this is what Dorian's so good at, is that just running around to north-south, this endless pace, getting 60% pass, but making someone work extremely hard to regard and just doing it over and over and over again.
In so many of these efforts, it seems like he really couldn't care less whether or not he finishes the, wow. Big high elbow guillotine here, he's rolling through. And with that guillotine, he forces forces Gavin back into a wrestling situation.
Oh,
big shot from Dorian Olivarez.
Nice job.
You have to wonder how many more clever counters and escapes does Corbe have up his sleeve. Because Dorian's so predictable, you know he's going to do that again. It's Gavin that's got to try and make some magic out of this.
Smart of Gavin there yet again to find a way to turtle. Although now he knows he's got to watch out for his neck. Dorian wants to slip that guillotine, and he's so strong with that attack. Great pass there.
Yeah, so smooth. It's a tall order to hold off someone like Dorian for that amount of time. I mean, he just relentless.
And one thing about the way he passes too is while his feet are constantly moving, his head is always right up against the bottom player's body, right up against the guard player's body. So although he's constantly running around, he's running around the point of his head, and the regarding against that is so difficult. Situation with 20 seconds left on the clock. Dorian trying to force points in this final couple of seconds, but Gavin just hanging on for overtime here. We're going to see that in just a second. Recognizable. Both of these guys' faces are going to look like this after this match. See already some shows of bleeding.
So much physicality, and you know this is their final match. They're going to leave it all on the mats right now, and Dorian doesn't play it any other way.
You see again, he's throwing his head into the knee, into the hips, whatever it's going to do to stop Gavin from turtling up. And now we get 2 for the takedown and an additional 3 for the pass. Now Dorian, he really likes that Kimura, not always as a way to finish. If he can't finish the Kimura, he will either resort to the guillotine or go to the back and finish from there.
Nice adjustments there to chase
face.
the back from Dorian. Now this choke.
He's on. We'll get it tapped. Dorian Olivarez for the second season running an ADCC East Coast Trials champion. He's going to punch his ticket yet again to ADCC next year in Poland.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 66-kilogram champion for the second time at a Kingsway Jiu-Jitsu, Dorian Olivarez! And that concludes the 2025 ADCC East Coast Trials. Medalists report to the podium.
Well, Corey, we said that would be one of the most exciting finals of the day, and certainly delivered on that promise. Let's take a quick look at some of the best